Good evening guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start fill up this journal. I have sewn in the pages. I have put in one of the pockets on the front, and we are having one on the back. So let's see. We can start to decorate and put in something to make it a bit more personal. I have different pages, new ones, old ones, digitals, eco-dyed, old, antique embroidery patterns. So we have different sizes and different papers to play with. I'm not going to overdo it because I want the new owner to be able to put its personal touch on it. We are going to decorate the front a bit more, but I haven't decided if I are going to put it directly onto the cover or if I'm going to do a loose topper, so you can have it like this and then take the decoration away if you want. I kind of like the options, so I probably will do it like that. But I would like to put a few more things on it so we don't have too many white pages. I'm going to leave a few for writing space and personal stuff, but kind of pages like this is a bit boring, so I'm thinking that we are going to put on something more, some not pockets and things like that. I just want the backgrounds to be ready first. So I'm thinking that we maybe could use some of these. This is a double-sided. I have printed it for a journal page, but then I decided that I wanted to use it like this instead. I didn't like that the writing was so white on these ones, so I think I will use these ones that are a little bit more beige. That was Nico that you heard. They have probably decided to take in the horses that my neighbor owns, and he uses some of my land to have them on. So they walk through my front yard every day with the horses, and Nico always tell me when they are coming and going, so they can't sneak out or in without him telling that now it's someone on in the garden. So I think I will do like that. Just a little light distressing. And then we will put it in like that. But then again, should we maybe use it as a possibility for a big pocket? We can put something more on top of it, but maybe we should use it. Just going to take my big punch, so I can punch out a piece for the fingers, so we can see that it's a pocket. Just going to take another paper. My cutter is kind of like that, so you need to have double papers because he won't cut it if we don't do that. Needs a bit more paper than one to be satisfied. Like that, then we can have it as a pocket too. Not wasting any possibilities to have pockets. Can't have too many pockets. We have had this really hot day in Sweden today also, but we have been outside and put in the last of the wood. So now the rain can come if it would like to, and the wood will be dry and ready for winter. So my thumbs are a little sore. I have been throwing all these big wooden pieces, so like that. Let's leave that for now and kind of continue decorate it later. Then we have this little piece. Should we maybe just give this one a little friend? See if that's enough. Yes. I almost hope for some rain tomorrow, because now it's too hot to actually do something really heavy. You can't breathe. We are not used to this in Sweden. For those of you that live in really hot places, probably just laugh at me when I say I think it's hot when it's 26, 27 degrees Celsius, but for me it's a lot. I think I will back this with a textile piece. Should we maybe use some of this eco-dyed leftover? This is one of the pieces that I have used for just holding down the papers. So that's why you can see my cutting board. I use that to press down my papers. Thinking it could be nice with some textile on this. piece. I like this blending of textile and papers. It makes it feel a bit special. But this is going to be glued down totally. So I'm putting glue all over this piece. And try to decide which side I want to use. I think I want the lighter one. Need to pull it up a little bit. Something like that. Nice. And then we can put this little piece down here. Little simple pocket. Want a little bit of a label. You know me and the details. Press it down properly. Like that. And then we have this old book paper, and it's a bit fragile, so I thought we might put a piece of something down on the edge so that it can be a bit more sturdy and hold for a lot of times when we want to look in it. Couldn't that be nice with that embroidery down in the corner? I decide that that will be the thing. Try to rip it a little carefully so we don't destroy the embroidery. This one is the right side, and we need to take a little bit more off. Then I'm thinking I'm going to put it so I can fold it a bit on both sides. So then it will be protected when we are going to fold the page. Open the page. Go for the small bottle this time. It's the same glue in it, so, but I think it might be easier to put the glue near the edge with this small one. I think I will glue the edge first. Oops, a little bit too low. Checking on the other side. That will be nice. Putting glue on the textile all the way around. And pressing it down. And then we are going to fold it over to the other side to protect the edge of the old book paper. Like that. I think I did pull this a bit, so I'm going to straighten it a little bit. Like that. Little cute detail, and also protecting the edges. I like that. You can still see the text behind it. Another page, but this is eco-dyed, so eco-dyed paper, so it's not so boring, so let's leave that for now. But this one is really boring, so let's see what we can maybe do. I have this really nice picture, but I think it's a little bit too big. That was something I needed to save. Should we maybe use some embossed paper and some book pages? Let's go for some antique French pages, I think. Going to ink the edges a little bit. Try not to overdo it so it looks I want it to look natural, naturally old. I want to do like this so I can save this edge. Trying to put the glue as near the edge I can. And the other one. So tomorrow I will do the first recording for newbies. How to make the first journal ever and what to think about when you do that. I will try to do it as basic as I can so everyone can follow. So if you have any question, if you are a newbie or if you have any questions that you think could be nice to know when you start as a journal maker, please write it in the description box or send me an email. So sometimes it's hard when you have done this for a long time to think about the right stuff. It's kind of a bit easy when you have made it so for such a long time, so you can forget about the problems I had when I was a new journal maker and new to this. So please help me and write down some questions that you think could be a nice way to start. I will try to put down these questions I already have, as I'm a buddy helping others, but I haven't got so many questions yet, so I think that could be nice. And if I get it right and think that this will work, I also maybe will try to write it down and make it in writing so it's easy to read and follow, and might put it somewhere that everyone can read. So we'll see if it works. I might do a little collaboration with Tracy Fox. So we'll see if that will be good enough. Like that. And then I think I want the piece of... Or should we just put this down later with some paper clips so it's easier to take it off, or should we use it as a simple pocket? Let's go for the pocket. we can still decorate. So let's do a talk spot instead. So let's put glue on 2 pages. I think that is nice to cover up these white parts of the old paper too. Like that. Using my gold foil to protect when I have glue that has zipped out outside the things I have glued. Then it won't stick to the other page, hopefully, while we are playing. A little bit more on the corner. Some eco dyed paper, a couple of blue ones, that could be nice with a lace pocket. I think. Let's go for that. I think I want these kind of in the middle, so should we put it that way? No. Then we can actually put it down like this, so this can hang down. So let's round these with the flowers. That's perfect. Just need to see which, this is the right side. It's a little bit more pattern on the side that is the right side. Is it too much that hangs down? Move it up a little bit. It's a bit thick, the glue in this one now. And hot, so it will clog it right away. So put in the needle. That's nice. Beautiful lace. So let's leave those two for now. They have color at least. go back to another one. I want something with writing on, so try to find something that we can use. Almost. This is printables from Kate's Craft that I'm using at the moment. Mostly I try to use as much as my own as I can, but there are so many nice printables nowadays, so it's a bit hard not to use these beautiful papers. And then of course blend it with some old originals. Trying to give it some more old look. I struggle with to overdo everything. I kind of want to do everything so neat, and so I often put too many things in the journals, and then I realize that I maybe should have left it a bit more undone, so the new owner can make it more personal. But now I have realized I can decorate it but not glue everything down, so that way they have the decoration if they want to use them, but can take them away and use them somewhere else in some other journal if they would rather like that. So that's one way to do it. Just going to collage a little bit so can cover up more of the white. I love when others do these journals that are a bit, what should we call it, less neat. It looks like they have kind of thrown things on to the journal and it still is perfect. I like that feeling. I have tried to do kind of some Antiqe journals, but I can't, of course, not do it as she do it, but at least I'm trying to get it to look like it's really old, but still in a natural way. Not too much ink on the edges and not too crumbled up, but it's not so easy. Either you do it or you don't. You can or you can't. So it's a really tough to try to do it the Antiqe way. She have that special gift that isn't so easy to try to copy, or at least try to get as beautiful as she does it. But I guess that's why her things are so special. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Antiqe, I will link some of her work down below. She has not her own social media. She's a bit anonymous. So she have not, but she is giving beautiful journals and work to other people, and they show it off on YouTube and Facebook. So she really has this nice way of making things look old, and she also uses a lot of real ephemera, of course, and she is so nice. She does this so nicely, so you have a hard time to decide if it's the real thing or if it's a copy that she have made. She's really an artist that I admire totally. And of course she have this amazing laces and beautiful old papers, so it's kind of a little hard to get it as nice as she have. But I like to look and try at least to make it look like it's done by her. It's really art, that the things she makes, for me at least. collaged page. So just going to check so it's not glued down to the other page. Leaving that yellow one and this one that is a bit eco-dyed. So then we have this little one that is the back side. Let's use a piece of the embroidery pattern. This is from Ruby and Pearl XO, I think. I have kind of been in the world of digitals for a while now. I like to use digitals, but never a whole kind of kit with the same things in a journal. I want to use them in different ways. So sometimes I use maybe 10 different creators, and sometimes I'm not using any at all. I get tired of them sometimes, and then I get back to basic and make my own stuff to use. I will try to remember to show you how to print on textile. I promised that in an earlier recording that I should show you how I do that with ordinary textile and not these already made ones that are a bit expensive to buy. You can make your own papers to print with the paper on one side and textile on the other one. Script on it. Okay, let's use this. I'm actually going to leave an opening so we can have it as a little pocket. So now it's open in the top. Like that. Can you see that this nice white pattern? This is actually on the tracing paper. Bit boring, so let's give it a little bit of color. Just a little something in the corner. A lot of glue that had sipped out on that one. So let's go for a page with some embossing. Some watercolor painted paper first, and then we can use the other paper. really nice if that peeks out on that edge. Let's take the bigger bottle for this big piece. This week has just kind of disappeared, but I guess that's vacation is what vacation is meant to be, to just enjoy every day and not think so much about what you do and when. Let's see if we can manage this. Something like that. Want a little bit of color in the corner. And then this one. Bit of collaging on this too. I love to collage and try to get it, you know, right. Sometimes when you collage or someone else makes collage, you can just kind of scream that no, not that paper, you need to use another one to get it right, the right feeling of the page. Oops, we almost glued it on to the paper. So it's important to practice actually to do collages. See, beautiful through that paper. I like that. Okay, that was the first signature. We have decorated that with the basics, and one more to go, and then we can start putting the pockets and the final decorations. So thank you for keeping me company. Please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, I would really appreciate that. I'm trying to make a bit more subscribers. I'm almost up in 4,000, so a little bit more and we are there. And I think we need to celebrate that with a kind of a big giveaway some sort. So keep pushing the buttons, and let's work this together and try to make a big celebration with 4,000 subscribers and a big giveaway. So I hope you got inspired and can use this in your own books to see how you can decorate the white pages. See you soon again, and until next time, bye bye from Sweden.